Well, Coach talked about it just a second ago, just about the motivation going in this tournament to have an undefeated regular season in conference play, but you don't come home with any sort of trophy. So how much does that fuel you going into this tournament run?
It's definitely motivating. I mean, last year we didn't get one, and then my freshman and sophomore years we were fortunate to win the regular season, but unfortunate to get knocked out fairly early in the tournament. So hopefully we can kind of flip that narrative this year, and we still ended on a strong note in the regular season, so we're going to capitalize on that, go into Orange Beach with an elimination mentality and making sure we survive and advance and keep moving forward, and then just take it one game at a time. So.
Obviously with the postseason accolades after the regular season, Defender of the Year, Keeper of the Year, what just makes this defense just so dominant and really tough to score on?
I mean, we make sure everybody does their job back to front. So, and that's the cool thing with having like a defensive-minded team. We make sure we do our job there, and then we work on the attack and score goals when we can and keep it out of the net as best as possible. And this team definitely does a really good job of that. And all 11 players on the field play defense, and that's actually very rare to see sometimes on teams. So that's the cool thing, and everybody makes sure they do their job. And the upperclassmen always try to make sure like everybody kind of reads the game very well. And it's just a lot of fun to see everybody doing so well. And I mean, hats off to the girls for getting their accolades, and we just want to make sure as a team we recognize that but move forward and make sure as a collective unit we're still pushing to be the best.
What was your reaction when you found out that the SEC was adding a goalkeeper of the year and your position is finally starting to get a little bit more love now this year?
Yeah, no, it's super cool. I mean, it's definitely, I can kind of see why they moved in that direction, because Defensive Player of the Year, it either usually goes to a center back or a goalkeeper. In the past couple years, Gracie's kind of won that title, and I know Sabrina D'Angelo won Defensive Player of the Year. Kaylee Kurtz, I think my freshman year, won it. So Gamecock Women's Soccer is definitely taking that role. It was definitely cool though to see goalkeepers like having like their own award, and I kind of wish they did it a little sooner to see what kind of goalkeepers would have won it in the past, but it's definitely cool. I'm honored to be the first one to receive it, and can't wait to see who gets it moving forward.
Say anything to Grace about, okay, now I can get my own award now?
No, it's all love. We hype each other up all the time, and it's just cool to kind of see it. I know like the ACC and all the other conferences already have like the goalkeeper of the year, so it's just kind of cool to see the SEC growing in that aspect.
I know conference tournament success doesn't necessarily mean you'll have success in the NCAA tournament, but in your mind, how important will it be to have some good play in the SEC tournament to kind of feed off of going to the NCAAs?
No, that's always like a momentum builder, and that's what we kind of look for. And like I said, we take it one game at a time, make sure we're keeping the injured players all good, and making sure we move forward as a team and do what we have to do one game at a time. We really try hard not to look too far into the future, especially NCAA. You don't know what's going to happen until Selection Monday. And then you don't know what's going to happen until the round of 64 games kick off. So we're just kind of focusing on Georgia right now, and we get to watch some great soccer today with the four teams playing today in the SEC, and then kind of moving forward from there. So.
What's different about the tournament than regular season?
Tournament is everything's kind of back to back. It's a little harder to prepare because you don't know who you're playing next until they win their game, and vice versa. So it's just a little more quicker rotation, making sure like players that played a lot of minutes get more recovery, utilizing your time wisely, and just surviving and advancing. It's very similar to NCAA's, except everything happens within 7 days. So, but it's a lot of fun. We love going down to Orange Beach, and it's a beautiful city, and they're awesome hosts. So we just try to take it one game at a time and see where we can go from there.
Unfortunately, you dealt with it last year with Jackie, but how has this team dealt with the loss of Tatum?
I mean, the younger players that are just stepping into her role have done a great job so far. And I know first game out of the chute, we played Florida, and Sutton Jones, I think, had to play almost 100 minutes. So she did really well. Paige Mikayla, Sarah Eskey's getting more minutes. So everybody's really stepping up and trying to do their part. And T's done a good job so far too of just sticking around and always being like a positive a person. And she's really. I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is, and so as a team we have to move forward, and she knows her role, and she's done a good job of it so far, and we're just trying to be there for her as her teammates and her friends, but the team in general has done a really good job of trying to look past it, move forward, and take it one game at a time and do what we can to represent her number, her jersey.
I know senior night a couple weeks ago, I know this is a big picture question, but looking back, what's your favorite, if it's a save or a game, what's your favorite memory as a Gamecock?
Oh man, probably, I think everybody kind of say the Final Four, and I think overall, that would be my answer, but I'll never forget.
If you could get more specific than
If I can get more specific than that, probably my freshman year beating Clemson. I think I always kind of go back to that. It didn't hit me, the rivalry, until I was on the field. I think it was here too, and just seeing like all the seniors in front of me, like that sigh of relief, because I think they lost to them the year before. So that was really cool. It kind of set like the tempo for me the next 4 years or 3 years, and that was really, really cool. But the Final Four is like right there. It's a close second. But I think the Clemson rivalry is always a lot of fun.
Going back to Sutton, she came in last year when Jackie got hurt. Tatum moved inside.
Mm-hmm.
How have you kind of seen the growth from her from last year compared to this year, coming in and again a hard situation?
Yeah, no, she overall she does really well for us on the field, and her play, like I said, overall has gotten a lot better. I think she's doing a better job of reading the game. In the SEC, it can be a little bit more physical, but sometimes as the play goes on, you got to be a little smarter with your play, and she's definitely caught on to that. And everything from defending a throw-in to defending corners, and she's definitely gotten a lot braver on the field too. So, which is really cool to see a young player. Sometimes the confidence isn't there, but Sutton, there's not a whole lot of issue with that, and her communication's gotten better as well. So that's another thing as like a team we try to harp on is communication, and she's definitely come out of her shell a little more, and I think she understands the intensity of that role, and I think she's willing to step up to the plate.